Pero ¿cómo es esto posible, tío? Me acabo de hace un minuto y ahora volvemos a estar aquí un minuto después. Increíble. Esto no puede ser. Menuda calidad. En fin, vamos al lío. Le vamos a dar a la misión de Kokomi. Para luego poder darle a la de Ito. Y luego poder hacer el intermedio acto 2. Para luego poder ir a gustito a Fontaine. Así que le vamos a dar a la legendaria de esta señora. De la sirena. Doncella. Y vamos a darle sueños guerreros renovados. Vamos a darle. Ahí está. A ver qué se cuenta esta señora. Realmente OP. Tengo ganas de jugarla, nunca la he jugado, ¿eh? Tengo ganas de probarla, tío.
This should be where Kokomi said to meet her. Do you still remember this place? Paimon remembers we came by here last time we visited Watatsumi Island.
Puh, de eso lloví un poco.
That was back when you did your stint as captain of Swordfish too. Paimon's curious whether there was things on the island must have changed a lot since then. Oh, shall we take a look around?
Estuvo guapo el arco de Inazuma, en verdad. Me gustó
bastante. If the enemy
bastante.
outnumbers you, seek their weakness and exploit it. If you outnumber the enemy, seek unequivocal domination and crush them. Marauders on the waterfront are supplied by sea. Burning their ships is the path to success.
General Goro, sir, do you have a verdict?
More or less. From the directives left behind by Her Excellency, we can surmise that a Fatui ship is moored nearby. This explains their aggressive posture. We could split into two teams. One to draw their attention, and the other to circle around behind enemy lines and set fire to their ship. They'd have nowhere to run. Then again, Madame Kokomi made clear that we are not to split up without sufficient forces. We'd risk being picked off one by one until our whole line of defense disintegrated.
Sir, shall I send for reinforcements?
I doubt there's time. Based on their movements, they'd likely be gone before our troops arrived. Her Excellency's directives also stipulate that we should wait in ambush and avoid making the first move. Since we lack sufficient troops, I don't think we can afford to engage the enemy at this time.
Sir, we're just gonna stand by and watch them leave? Surely there must be another way.
Her Excellency's directives also state help may arrive when all seems lost. As for where this help is supposed to come from,
Hey, Goro! What are you guys up to?
Captain, you've returned to Watatsumi Island.
That's great!
Ni para echar una mano,
Her
weones.
Excellency's directives are as
Que estáis en la
reliable as
mierda
ever.
sin mí.
You've arrived just in time. Recently, the remnants of the Fatui forces have been unusually active. We've been monitoring their movements, waiting in ambush here. Unfortunately, we don't have the manpower to split into two teams. Can we ask you to keep them occupied?
Pua,
Hard
como
to
siempre,
say
vamos.
no when it's the Fatui. Whatever they're planning, we won't let them get away with it.
Good. There's not a moment to lose. We'll go behind enemy lines and sabotage their ship. Watch yourselves. We'll be...
Seems like the Resistance still remembers us. Come on,
Hombre, para
let's
olvidarse
help
de
them
mí,
get this
chaval.
situation
Complicado,
under
¿eh?
control.
Las cosas como son. ¿Quiénes son esos pringados de ahí? Nah, me están esperando para ser apaleados. Venga, hombre. Mira, hago así. Y para casa, hermano. Nah, ya está. Yo lo siento mucho, pero para casa. ¿Que ya? Madre mía, qué paliza, hermano. Dios. Buah, chaval. Pedazo de combo lo acabo de meter ahí, hermano. Toma. Carga, 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 carga. Ahí estamos. Ulti. Ulti. Pamba. Picata, boom. Dios. Ay, ahí está mala. Nah, ya está. Venga, hombre, acuéstate un rato, chaval. Acuéstate un ratito. Paimon, ¿qué? ¿Has hecho algo o qué?
We were lucky to have you here. We'd have no way to prevent their escape without you.
What's that you're holding? Is it the directives from Kokomi? Let Paimon see. Oh, wow. This is a whole book. Is it all Kokomi's directives?
Yeah. Well, no, not all of them.
Joder, hermano. 5 volúmenes más.
Her Excellency always plans for every scenario.
Madre.
Plus, these are her general operational directives, which are more comprehensive than most. Still, we're fortunate to have them. They make sure we're prepared for every eventuality, no matter how...
Oh, understanding every eventuality sounds tiring enough, let alone writing them all down. Must have taken Kokomi a heck of
La
a
verdad,
long time.
puta ama, por predecir cualquier posible situación y solución. Eso es complicado de cojones y admirable, la verdad.
Captain, are you back on Watatsumi Island to lead Swordfish 2 again? We've all been feeling your absence. Her Excellency says that now is a time of peace, and that we should reduce the
Me
size
acabo de
of the
acordar
military
nuestro colega
and
que se nos
focus on
murió,
helping
tío.
the civilian population return to normal life.
Qué mal.
About half of us are still organized into task forces, supporting the platoons. The other half have been given various other functions like patrol. Of course, not everyone's happy about it. The other
Benito
day,
más
an old buddy of
bonito,
mine
¿eh?
was grumbling about being
Mamma
forced to
mia.
build houses. Said they'd have to drag him away from the front line, kicking and screaming.
The spirit of the resistance is alive and well, huh? Anyway, we're here because Kokomi invited us to the victory feast. Do you know where we could find her, Guru?
I believe Her Excellency is currently at Boro Village. There were reports of a possible disturbance over there. If I'm not mistaken, Her Excellency has gone to deal with it in person.
Se cayó.
We should probably get going ourselves. And, also, on your way over, please check in on the soldiers. I'm sensing a growing unease among them, but I don't know what's causing it. They won't say. They used to tell me all their concerns, but whatever this is, they're keeping it hidden. I don't like it one bit. I suspect there's trouble afoot.
Sounds good.
Veremos qué
I
podemos
was just
hacer,
thinking
güey.
it'd be good to see everyone again.
Funciona todo correctamente.
You are.
Vamos a darle, venga. Sueños guerreros renovados. Acto 1. Vamos a ver. Que se cuecen por ahí. Hola, compañero.
Wait, aren't you Captain of Swordfish 2?
El capitán del escuadrón pez espada número 2. Aquí estoy.
Oh, it is you! Oh, you have our gratitude. Watatsumi Island wouldn't have come to peace without your effort. I wasn't with Swordfish 2. But I did see you in Tatarasuna. Oh, you really gave it to those shogunate samurai in the fight of honor. Is there anything you need from me? I'm at your service. On edge, you say? Oh, yeah. In fairness, the battle isn't long over, and, well, perhaps it isn't quite over for them. You know what I mean? Every single person looked death in the face that day. It's not an experience. Victory's declared, and all of a sudden, the fighting's over. But people can't just snap back into normal life again. I think things will improve, but it's gonna take some time.
Vamos, como siempre, ¿no? Es como muchos años y años y años con alguna cosa en concreto y de repente, de un día para otro, cambia. Y es como bastante difícil de asimilarlo, ¿no? El cambio en general. Y te quedas como, espera un momento, ¿qué acaba de pasar? Si esto era así y ahora es asá, ¿cómo puede ser? Y te rompe, tío. Pero hay que aceptarlo y darse cuenta de que las cosas son así ahora y tirar para adelante. Y ya está.
I don't know what else it could be, but what I do know is that as long as Her Excellency is with us, Watatsumi Island is safe. And all the more so now that you're back. Seriously, if there's ever anything you need, just say the word.
What a nice guy. Let's go ask some other people.
What a nice guy.
Alley-oop.
Adiós. Arizawa, que se cuenta, compañero.
Peace at last. Living the dream. Don't I know you? I've definitely seen you somewhere before. Can't place you, but I'm guessing you're not unsettled. Not that I would, necessarily. I keep to myself, mostly. We're at peace now, finally, and I, for one, intend to make the most of it. My life right now is about two things,
El sol y la
two things
brisa
only.
marina. Qué bueno.
Sorry that I can't be more help
Está
to
pensando
you.
en la playita.
I'll tell you
En
someone you
retirarse
could
a
ask,
irse a la
though.
playita, tomar
San
el sol.
Kokomi. She knows
Agustísimo. Puto amo.
everything.
Huh. Seems he's about to fall asleep.
Joder.
Let's leave him to rest and go find someone else to ask.
Se va a quedar durmiendo de pie el personaje este, tío. Menudo guardia.
Congratulations!
Yepa.
Ugh, I don't understand what Her Excellency is thinking. I mean, peace talks? Give me a break. Why would she agree to that?
What?
Exactly. Everyone knows you can't trust the Tenryo Commission. I heard they've been secretly coordinating with the Fatui and plan to continue their attacks.
Wait, for real? You're sure of this?
Positive. Some of our guys had a run-in with a few Fatui. They caught them conspiring together firsthand.
I knew it! The Tenryo Commission are a bunch of crooks. They'll never change. Honestly, it's kind of naive for Her Excellency to take them at their word, isn't it?
Shh, keep your voice down. Someone's...
Hey there. What you talking about?
Lo hemos escuchado todo. La mano a la cabeza.
Captain, you're back. Do you think we should tell the captain about what we were discussing just now?
No, let's not mention it. He's one of her closest advisors. For all we know, the peace talks could have been his idea.
I'm sure the captain would see where we're coming from, but you're right. We should probably play it... welcome back to Watatsumi Island, Captain. Nothing to report here. Everything is A-okay.
Her Excellency should be in the village at present. Head straight over if you wish, Captain.
Paimon definitely detected some hush-hush going on there. But if they aren't gonna talk, we might...
Luego la hostia.
Admit it! We know you've been secretly supplying the Tenryo Commission with goods purchased on Watatsumi Island. I knew something was off about a Tenryo Commission merchant doing business here. So, what do you have to say for yourself, huh?
What the fuck?
I'm innocent.
I'm innocent.
Ha! You're as guilty as they come. You never should have been allowed to set foot on this island, let alone do business here. Take him away.
Wait!
Oh shit.
Kokomi! There you are!
La mame sirena.
Something's going down over here! You should take a look.
Your Excellency! This merchant is suspected of criminal activity. So we see our surveillance shows that in his whole time here, he has made numerous purchases, but no sales. And yet he has no stock in his possession. We believe it's highly probable that he has been supplying the Tenryo Commission behind...
I haven't!
That will do. Let's not let ourselves get too worked up here, shall we? Everyone take a deep breath with me. In... and out. Matsuda, Uchimura, I understand that you're concerned for the safety of Watatsumi Island. But before we make any decisions over whether this merchant is guilty or not, we must give him the chance to explain himself. If he's guilty, of course, there will be consequences. But if he's innocent, he doesn't deserve to be falsely accused. This is Watatsumi Island. We deal in facts, not opinions.
Toma ya.
Excuse me, sir. As you know,
Facts.
my subordinates have some concerns surrounding your commercial activity here. Perhaps you could explain your side of the story to help me reach a verdict.
Of course, I can explain everything. I'm a trader on the island, so naturally I built up some inventory. I was planning to hold off on selling until the prices went up, but then, but then I was robbed by the Fatui.
Uy.
They took everything. Now, you think about that. First I lose all my inventory, then I get treated like a criminal.
Uy, eso suena un poco pachucho, la verdad.
And why should we believe you?
Es verdad. Me
So
encontramos
what?
con unos Fatui
That doesn't
también.
prove they took his goods.
Eso también es verdad.
And even if they did, it'll still end up in the Tenryou Commission's hands. They're in this together.
What? The Tenryou Commissioner colluding with the Fatui now? This is the first I've heard of it. I suppose it is true. What's that got to do with me?
What, the Tenryou Commission start colluding with the Fatui after the fighting's already finished? We met a representative of the Kujo clan recently. It doesn't seem like he'd have the time to be colluding. But on the way over here, we accidentally...
It has been brought to my attention. We are scheduled to begin peace talks with the Tenryou Commission soon. The Kamisato clan has arranged for them to take place in a neutral location. Kujo, Sara, and I will be accompanied by our guards. We will use the talks to discuss future plans in detail. But just as arrangements for the peace talks began to fall into place, I started hearing rumors of collusion between the Kujo clan and the Fatui. If that's the case, then the peace talks are likely a trap. Sir, are you quite certain that your goods were stolen by the Fatui?
Yes, it's the truth. I swear. They stole my goods and then they ran off that way. I bet that's where that hideout is.
Very well. The potential ramifications of this incident are serious. We will retrieve your goods, and if everything is in order, it will prove your innocence. However, if we find evidence to corroborate the claims of collusion between the Fatui and the Tenryou Commission, I expect you to fully comply with our investigation. Do we have an understanding?
Yes, of course.
Matsuda? Uchimura?
Well received, Your Excellency.
Good. Now, Traveler, Captain of Swordfish Platoon Section 2.
Capitán
Would you
Pez
join me in the
Espada.
investigation?
Me encanta. Por supuesto.
Good.
Si me llamas Pez
I
Espada,
look forward to
no me puedo
seeing how
negar.
you've progressed lately.
Capitán Pez Espada es mi nombre verdadero a partir de ahora.
I also have a few new things to teach you. All right, follow me.
¿Cómo?
If we do find the merchant's goods in the hands of the Fatui, it'll prove he's innocent. Whatever's going on between the Fatui and the Tenryou Commission, we need to get to the bottom of it.
Pues vamos para allá. A mí me ha salido un poco sospechoso el pavo ese, pero bueno. Que era el sitio contrario. La verdad, lo ha dicho poco convincente, sinceramente. Pero bueno, vamos a investigar, que para eso estamos. Y a sacar toda la verdad. ¡Hijo puta!
This must be the Fatui camp that the merchant was talking about. From the looks of it, it used to be a Hilichurl camp. Who knows why
Looks pretty.
Not by brute force, that's for sure. But that's not a problem. The terrain here gives us an advantage, and we haven't given away our position so far. Our enemy is in the light, while we are in the shadows. Strategically, we have the upper hand. I think we have 3 options available. Option 1. Take the
Partirle
king
la
and
madre.
it's checkmate. The
Básicamente.
Fatui's presence in Inazuma is weak at present. Nothing more than a few scattered remnants. If we strike from above and take down their leader first, the rest of them will be hard-pressed to put up a serious fight. Option 2. Hit them where it hurts. Over there, for example. A store of gunpowder cakes.
Si tuviera arquero, pero no tengo.
If we managed to discreetly set the gunpowder alight without alerting them, it would deal them a devastating blow. They'd be caught completely off guard. Both their morale and fighting capacity would be severely impaired. Option 3. Use the environment against them. We're close to the sea here, so the air is very humid. I can gather the water vapor, you add a touch of lightning, and together we can shock them into submission.
Joder. Está guapo, ¿no?
Our grand strategist. It's a lot to think about, though.
Luego está la opción 4,
Should we choose?
que es hacerme el pedazo combo con Najida y Gamin y de puta madre, loco.
That will depend on our assessment of our... A surprise attack from the air is the quickest solution, but requires superior combat skills.
Yo las tengo, tranquila.
With an explosion,
Tranquila.
we could rapidly reduce their numbers without a protracted battle. But absolute stealth would be required during the operation, or we'd risk exposing ourselves. If we decide to take advantage of the environment, we should be prepared for a lengthy siege. So, which is your
Para
preferred
un largo
option?
asedio. Uff, un calambre. Pues mira, no voy a decir calambre porque no tengo ningún electro en el equipo, así que... Ataque aéreo. De una.
There's the swordfish captain I know. Every confidence in your abilities. It's decided then. Let's fight this one together. I'm no warrior myself, but I can still provide some support. I certainly won't be dropping you into battle all by yourself.
Una support.
We should take them
De
down as
una.
quickly as possible and retrieve the merchant's goods.
Una support. Nunca la he jugado a ella, pero... ¡Hostia puta! Antes lo digo. Me dejan la prueba, hermano. Joder, su diseño mola muchísimo, Las cosas como son. Mola muchísimo. What the fuck? Yo. Joder, ¿no? Hostia. Crea peces y todo. Todo guapo, ¿no? El arma está guapa también.
Rest and rebuild.
Yepa. Y la medusa esta va curando en teoría, ¿no? Y aplicando agua también, ¿o qué? Wow. Me puedo hacer el cofre ese, ¿no? ¿Verdad? Si salgo del área me van a quitar el personaje. Oye. Hostia, pues llegan lejos los proyectiles, Llegan a tomar por culo, de hecho. Qué guapo. Dios, reventó. No quita mucho, pero... Hombre, quita, pero... A ver. ¿Cuánto quita?
Hold the line.
¿La medusa quita vida? Sí, ¿verdad? Sí, quita, sí. Quita poca. Pero lo que hace más es curar, ¿verdad? Sí. Pero está guapo, quita vida y cura a la vez.
A brash maneuver.
Ya, hostia, me ha metido. ¿Dónde están? Ah, ahí abajo.
Rest and rebuild.
Sube aquí, personaje. Toma. Hostia.
Allow me.
Cabrón, pero sube aquí, que allá abajo no se puede pelear bien. Bueno, así no me da. Vamos por culo. Aunque me la pela, la medusa esta me cura, tío. Ya tengo la ulti ya. O la uso después. A ver si ahora viene un boss o algo. Ahí está. Y ahora la ulti. Dios. Ah, la ulti cura a todo el mundo, loco. Le da un bufo y revienta esto fuerte. Y aparte cura, pues mola, Hostia puta. La ulti está guapa, está fuerte.
Rest and rebuild.
Oye, o sea, básicamente esta es healer entonces.
Let's move out.
Está potente, ¿eh? Te cambia de personaje, la medusa se queda. Mola. Tiene un cooldown de 5 segundos más o menos. 5 segundos sin la medusa. 20 segundos en total. Pero creo que dura como 15, ¿no? Ahí. O sea, está ahí todo el rato curándote. Dura unos 13 segundos o algo, 14. Y luego tienes que esperar ahí. Buah, y la ulti pega que flipas, ¿eh? No está nada mal, tío. Mola. Hostia, el boss se ha quedado ahí, el tío. Tengo que ir a por él. Pero vas a ver, me guardo ahí la ulti para él. ¿Dónde está? Es el invisible, cabrón. Voy a hacer la ulti otra vez, tío. Ahora. Buah. No, ya me la han quitado. Pero bueno, la he hecho en el último momento, tío.
That wasn't quite what I'd call by the book.
Pero a mí me gusta,
But it
la verdad.
happens. Battles are complex things, and the situation evolves constantly. It doesn't always help to stick too rigidly to a predetermined plan.
No tiraría su banner de momento, porque hay otros personajes que me gustan más, pero más adelante, tío, en verdad. Cuando ya tenga mis dos equipos así que diga... Ahora ya puedo tirar a los 9. Ahora estoy tirando a los 10 solo, a los 10. Pero después podría caer. La verdad. Bastante buena. Bastante buena, tío. Metes elemental, te vas, luego metes la ulti, revientas un rato con ella y te vas. Está guay. Está guay, la verdad. La ulti te cura todo el equipo. Y revienta al mismo tiempo, o sea... Mola bastante.
So these are the Fatui food supplies? They look a little past their best. Is this really all they had to eat? Whoa! This place is chock full of bomb-making materials! This is way too dangerous! We should tell Kokomi right away! And think, hey, look here! Could these belong to the merchant? There's a lot of stuff. Some of it has the Tenryo Commission emblem. Yep, this has gotta be it.
Hazlo. Sangonomiya. Kokomi.
Kokomi! Kokomi! We found the merchant's stuff! Look!
I see. Oh, nothing. I just zoned out for a moment. Let's see here. Yes, these are the stolen goods, all right. Food, medicine, farming tools. All essential for post-war recovery. And he was probably stockpiling them until he could make a handsome profit. By contrast, it's doubtful that the Tenryo Commission has any need of these items, so the idea that he was supplying them doesn't make a lot of sense. In all likelihood, he's just an opportunistic merchant. Nothing quite as scandalous as Matsuda and Uchimura had imagined.
Wait a second.
Hola.
Volví. para continuar. Vamos a darle.
He's hardly a saint, though, right? How could he stockpile things that people are desperate for? We're not just gonna give them back to him and let him go, are we? It doesn't feel right.
Don't worry. I had already foreseen this. In my recently issued post-war temporary decree, I included restrictions on the prices of essential everyday goods. These items will ultimately reach the people at a reasonable price. If he had taken the time to read the decree, it's unlikely he ever would have ended up in this predicament.
Qué cabrón, quería venderlo todo súper caro, el negocio, pero es un negocio sucio.
Kokomi, you think of everything.
I wish that were true. Take this alleged collusion between the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui, for example. The low energy doesn't exactly help. Nothing. Come on. It's not long now until the victory feast. It'll be a race against the clock to get all of this resolved before it starts.
Got it! First we mend the peace, then we attend the feast.
What? Ese pedazo rima, Paimon. Let's go. Hostia puta. Ah, pero para allá no quiero ir. Tirarí, tirarí, tarará. Fucking tos, tío. De verdad, Compañero.
My goods! You got them back, huh? Thank you, Your Excellency. You see, I told you I was innocent.
Escribí en decadencia gráfica de evolución de estatua anual.
Skibidi Badu. ¿Qué pasa, compadre?
Based on the information we gathered from the Fatui camp,
Está haciendo la legendaria de
Kokomi.
A ver qué se cuentan.
Had it been the case, then knowing how the Fatui operates, they would have left some evidence of it.
Estamos dejando sin calzoncillos a alguien que quiere timar al pueblo.
But what if...
No ifs, no buts. We've recovered the goods.
Apologies.
Guess we got carried away.
What did I tell you? You army numbskulls don't have a clue. All brawn and no brains coming to me with
Este
your
pavo
crazy
me cae mal, la verdad. A ver si le puedo partir las piernas.
Sir, I'm afraid you're getting ahead of yourself. You may be innocent of the accusations originally leveled at you, but hoarding essential goods is a crime under the temporary decree. You must bear the consequences. You have already admitted to being the owner of these goods, so we are
Aún no se me ha descargado toda la actualización, pipipi.
Je. A mí me ha tardado unos 10 minutos o algo así. Yo como... Le había dado a entrar a jugar y es como... Autorización, espere por favor. Y yo, mierda.
Wait, Your Excellency, whose side are you on here?
Pero bueno, ya he probado la Chiori, ya el ataque y todo. Está guapo, me ha gustado. Tiene un buen gameplay, tío, y revientan bastante.
A mí un día muy poco, ¿verdad?
Un día, joder, hermano. Vaya piedra de play que tienes, loco. Dale, pringao. Pa' tu casa.
Wait a minute,
Nada, pero nada. Tira pa' tu casa.
Well, don't just stand there. Take him away.
Your Excellency, he says all the goods belong to him, but it doesn't add up. Those of a Tenryou Commission emblem are probably his, but not the rest. Especially these ones. They're clearly for shrine use.
It seems the Fatui simply dumped all their stolen goods in one place.
Uf, la hemos liado.
Leave the shrine paraphernalia to me. As for the rest, I'll leave you to sift through and try to track down the owners. I know, that's a lot to ask.
A trabajar.
Not
De
at all,
paso te
Your
pagan.
Excellency. We're on it. But if I may, Your Excellency, maybe there were no signs of collusion in this case, but our people know what they saw. Something is going on between the Tenryo Commission and the Fatui. I know the peace talks are coming up, so please keep an open mind.
I understand your
Tú
concern.
tranqui, güey.
I'll be sure to give it further consideration. I'm going to take these items back to the Sangonomiya Shrine.
Cara con lengua de dinero, cara con lengua de dinero. No, lo que pasa es que mi play está en mi pieza y el internet está en la sala.
Joder, compadre. Pues muévelo un poquito, yo qué sé. Habla con tus padres, dile, oye, viejos, que hay que mover un poquito el internet para acá, para el Genshin, ¿sabes? Hay que darle al Genshin. Tú se lo explicas. Las monas chinas van muy lentas. Y eso no puede ser.
Watatsumi Island observes different customs than the rest of Inazuma. I imagine it must all seem a little alien to you.
Ok. Un poco alien. Hombre, alien pareces tú, la verdad, pero... Igual. Hombre, está guapo, la verdad. Esta isla es mi favorita de Inazuma, también te digo, ¿eh? Es increíble, tío. Me flipa. Con todas las conchas de tu hermana por ahí. Muy bonito. La concha de tu hermana, la concha de tu madre, la concha de tu abuela, la concha de la lora. Todas las conchas por aquí están.
There's been a lot to deal with recently. Next time you visit, I'll take you to visit Watatsumi Island's old shrine.
Oh yeah. Esta noche me llevo a la baby. Epa.
You know, the earliest shrine on Watatsumi Island was
Hola.
not located in
Aún no se
Sangonomiya.
me ha descargado toda la actualización pipipi. A mí un día muy poco, ¿verdad? Cara con
Ya
lengua
se ha
de
bugueado
dinero,
otra vez
cara
esto,
con
tío.
lengua de dinero. No, lo que pasa es que mi play está en mi pieza y el internet está en la sala.
Los pies de Furina van muy lentos.
Van muy lentos.
Entonces lo explica. Mira, mamá. Es que no puede ser. Los pies de Furina van muy lentos. Ese bug. No sé, Najida, tienes la manía de buguearte. O sea, contrólate, por favor. ¿Por qué te bugueas? Vamos a ver, vamos a hablarlo esto con tranquilidad. Deja de buguearte. Cada día te pasa, tío. Cada día te bugueas una vez. O sea, es como yo por la mañana, es que tengo que cagar siempre. Cago una vez al día o algo así. Pues tú igual, tío. Tú cada día te bugueas. Es como tu costumbre. Te voy a dejar ser. No te preocupes.
Más bugs.
Más bugs.
It was close to
Bugs
the statue
Bunny.
of the Seven. Back then, the people of this island recognized the shogun's existence, despite not venerating her as the shogunate do. But after she struck down our protector deity, the shrine was abandoned. Relations between Watatsumi Island and the shogunate have soured ever since. Mistrust has become deep-rooted over time.
Paguen el internet, por favor.
Súbale los
I'm
gigas,
hoping
los
to raise all this
gigas.
at the peace talks and discuss it properly. Grievances have to be let go eventually.
Your Excellency, what brings you out this way on your busy schedule? Oh my, you're looking a little worse for wear. You need to take better care of yourself, okay? All of our fates depend on you.
2GB de 62 GB, cara con lengua de dinero, cara con lengua de dinero.
Hostia. Joder. Madre mía. Te va del culo, hermano.
Your Excellency, I beg you, heed a word of advice. After all this time fighting the Shogun's army, peace is not something that can simply be declared. If we reconcile with them, the god who once protected us will have died in vain.
Come on, that's ancient history. Besides, the fighting is barely over. We should be grateful to be at peace once more.
I know, it's just...
Mi internet es de megas, no de gigas.
Remain strong in these negotiations.
Joder, Najida, estás en la
We
verga.
mustn't be...
I appreciate
Estás en la
your
verga, güey.
concerns. I will consider the options carefully and be sure to proceed appropriately.
Wonderful. We're all counting on...
Let's go.
La piedra del internet.
Excellency?
El internet prehistórico, tío.
Fancy meeting you at a place like this.
Todavía estás con el internet de la revolución industrial. Imagínate.
Do you know, my daughter's enrolled herself in the Shrine Maiden selection process this year. If she makes it into Sangonomiya,
Internet de LATAM, literal.
I'll be one very happy mother. You're a kind and gracious leader. She'd be in very good hands. I'm always telling my daughter that if she gets the chance to learn from Her Excellency directly, she must. I mean, just look at Her Excellency, still so young, but so mature.
Well, if she comes to Sangonomiya, I'll look out for her.
Se va la luz épicamente y se reinician los gigas.
As you know, agricultural output has taken a pretty big hit this year.
Cada vez que faltan 2 minutos para que se termine la actualización, se va la luz y se reinicia.
Oh, Your Excellency, isn't this the captain of Swordfish 2? Will he be based on Watatsumi Island from now on?
Ese soy yo, el capitán pez espada.
Your Excellency!
Please, remain calm, everyone. I'll get around to all your queries, though for the longer ones, I
Da
prefer if
coñazo
you
cuando
could
te
write a
rodean
report and
personas a
submit it to the
preguntarte cosas,
shrine.
tío, de
Then
verdad,
I can respond to each
Como,
one
por favor.
as and when I have the time.
Abrir Google y buscar ahí la información, porque paso.
Are you all right?
Esto pone a prueba mi paciencia.
Me too. It does get pretty annoying.
Your Excellency, here you are. There's been a situation. We're still waiting on the delivery of a whole batch of ceremonial items. I'm beginning to worry that they've been stolen.
Oh, we retrieved those already. No need to worry.
Really? That's fantastic. You never
Internet mejor que el tuyo, cara con lengua de dinero, cara con lengua de dinero, cara con lengua de dinero, cara con lengua de dinero.
Also, according to the schedule, you're just in time for your meeting today on the development of the textiles industry.
That's today? Right now?
Yes, the two young ladies have arrived safely. We're just waiting for...
I see. I was hoping to take a walk around the island with you, but it
Normal.
looks like we'll have
Si
to
es que soy un
save that for
papucho.
some other time. Well, let's rendezvous tomorrow at the entrance to Sangonomiya Shrine. Then we'll go and make preparations for the victory feast.
Yay! The victory feast!
¡Fiestuki, vamos!
Clear? We're talking lots of delicious food, right?
That's the name of the game. There'll be some Watatsumi Island specialties, which I'm sure you'll enjoy.
Great! See you tomorrow then!
Mañana Fiestuki, loco. No nos vamos a poder levantar del suelo. Saque hasta el culo.
Mi internet va más rápido que Flash.
Rayo McQueen. No, como con el Francesco. Mi internet es el Francesco Virgolini. Virgolini. Espera hasta las 10:12. Vale. Mira qué rápido va mi internet, que puede cambiar el día y todo, chaval. Así no me hace falta dormir, salto a la noche yo siempre, mira, pap. Se va a hacer de noche, boom. Cojo el relojito de aquí de mi casa, pap, 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 pap. De día, lo tomo por culo.
Necesito más internet.
Pues tendrás que trabajar e invertir, básicamente.
Boom, booms, and eyes.
No queda de otra, hijo mío. O hija mía. No queda de otra. O salir de la TAM. Esa es otra opción.
Huh. Kokomi isn't here
Si
yet.
sales de la TAM, pues podría ser.
That's weird.
Voy a robar el internet del vecino.
Esa es la buena, esa es la buena, ¿eh?
Let's wait a little longer.
Yo todavía no lo he hecho, pero todavía. Espérese.
How Is she still not here? Do you think she could be in trouble? Let's go ask that soldier over there.
Are you looking for Her Excellency?
Va más lento que mi abuela en silla de ruedas.
I don't know where she's gone.
Hombre, yo he visto abuelas en silla de ruedas como Virgolini por un lado para el otro,
Internet del vecino.
El internet del vecino. No, el internet del vecino, por desgracia, funciona 50% de las veces, ¿sabes? O sea, tienes literalmente 50-50, a ver si lo ganas y lo pierdes. Eso dependiendo de... Eso lo decides en el momento en que tú te mudas, tío. Cuando te vas a vivir a una casa, esto es como... te toca el piti. Tienes 50-50, tío. Si lo pierdes, te jodes hasta que te vayas de esa casa, ya no hay otra opción. Pero si lo ganas, ¡buah! Ganaste. 5 estrellas, chaval. Internet robado. Todo el tiempo.
So strange. Guess we should just call it a rain check then?
Not necessarily. If I recall correctly, Her Excellency has made special provisions for such a scenario in her general operational directives. Let me see. Yes.
Dame tu internet, cara con lengua de dinero, cara con lengua de dinero, cara con lengua de dinero.
Direct them to proceed southward
Está
until they
demasiado
arrive at a
lejos,
tree
Najida.
with
No te
purple
llega, no te
foliage.
llega. Te lo paso por mail si es, a ver. Pero va a ser que no, la verdad. Como no lo inventes tú. O a ver si el Zuckerberg inventa ya el internet en todo el mundo, tío. Así de gratis, ¿no? ¿O qué?
The footnote stipulates that this only applies when Her Excellency has made no communication regarding her whereabouts before disappearing. And even then, only when the visitor... As far as I'm concerned, you two tick all of the boxes. I keep this directive on me at all times. I'm sure that...
Kokomi really does think of everything.
Joder.
Alright, let's find the place.
De locos. La Kokomi piensa en todo, hermano.
Necesito otro internet, mi internet está de cadencia.
Todo tranquilo. Ya te compraré yo uno cuando llegamos al 1.000.000 de suscriptores y eso. Sortearé un internet.
We keep heading deeper into the middle of nowhere.
Un internet del buenos. Para Latam.
Doesn't that tree look like the one she described in the directive? It looks like there's a way in of it.
La lié. ¿Qué pasa aquí? Vamos a ver. ¡Yepa! Una cueva. Lo vamos a meter en la cueva. ¡Hostia! Está haciendo los deberes la niña. ¿Qué pasa? Prima.
Kokomi! So this is where you ran off to. We were gonna meet up and get things ready for the victory feast today.
Va a 72 mbps.
It's you.
Joder, hermano. Es la verga. Normal. Normal que luego.
We'll go find a doctor right away.
Normal que luego te tires 1000 horas para jugar un juego, tío. Si las 500 primeras te las tiras esperando. Ahora tiene todo sentido, la verdad. No me extraña.
No. It's nothing like that. It's just... my energy is...
You run on energy? You mean you're like a...
No, it's just a figure of speech. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I can't always... You noticed? I guess I haven't quite mastered the ability to hide how I'm feeling. I'll keep working at it. To be honest, I'm not really cut out to be a leader. At first, my dream was to read up on military strategy and perhaps become an advisor. Constantly communicating with people, trying to retain their morale, having to read between the lines, making sure everyone gets the recognition they deserve. You're somehow supposed to make people feel wonderful, just from being in your presence.
Vamos, mi internet antes iba a 30.
It doesn't come naturally to me.
Eso es una mejora, güey.
It's something I never wanted for myself. But because of my bloodline, I was always going to end up being the divine priestess, sooner or later. So, whenever I feel overwhelmed, I come here to just lose. Don't worry, it doesn't affect my work. I handed over preparations for the victory feast to
¿Qué
someone
pasa si mejoro mi internet?
Pues que verías a las waifus 4K y poco más. Y todo más rápido. Me podrías ver a mí con mejor calidad también. Y poco más, ¿eh?
I have to make a speech tonight, and I mustn't give the troops any reason to
Es de
suspect
3 estrellas.
Es de 3
this
estrellas.
peace was hard won, and I want them to
Entonces el
feel
mío es de
at
5,
ease.
porque no me joda. Venga, bueno, de 5... Habría que ver cuál es el tope.
Is there anything we can do to help?
I should be feeling energized again soon if I hold off on work for a little longer. If only there was some way I could... I was reading a book last time I was here, but... I only got about...
We'll find it for you, and then we'll read it out to you.
You do that for me? I'm really lucky you came back to Watatsumi Island.
Ahora toca leer un libro, hermano. What the fuck. No te preocupes, niña. Te lo leo el cuento, tú te duermes un ratico.
Look at all these potatoes. So does Kokomi make time to deal with these even when she's resting? Sangonomiya Events Cash Flow Statement. Consolidated Annual Report on...
Mientras está jugando el evento de la anterior versión me encontré a uno que le iba pésimo.
Hermano, hay unos vídeos por internet que he visto yo de la gente que le va como el puto culo, que dan muchísima risa, tío. Da pa' unos memazos. Son buenísimos, tío. Teleportándose y todo y dando vueltas por ahí. Son muy buenos. Hay unos bugs increíbles de la gente que tiene mal internet, tío. Otros donde... donde... Joder, me va a morir, tío. Se supone que me había curado. Ya. Tío, es venir tú, Najida, y me da la tos. ¿Qué está pasando aquí? Me maldice. Me bugueas la garganta también. Eres un bug con patas.
Hasta volaba cuando el piso no estaba.
Sí, sí, tal cual. Es increíble jugar con esa gente. Ahora mismo a mí no me entra gente porque estoy jugando misiones, pero... Cuando me vaya por allá a explorar ya grabaré con alguien. Con quien se quiera meter. Porque cada 2x3 me están entrando solicitudes igualmente, o sea que... Pero las rechazo porque estoy haciendo misiones y no entran. A ver, ¿qué pasó? Me pasé toda la tarde discutiendo, menos energía, -4. Todo el día haciendo papeleo, energía -3. El internet de Dios que te hace volar a los personajes. Jesucristo. Y Furina es Jesucristo que puede andar por el agua. Hace mucho viento fuera, energía -22. Hoy nos dejaron noticia de la conversación en paz, energía +2, bla bla bla, energía -5, bla bla bla.
1 FPS por ese.
1 FPS, hermano. Hostia puta, chaval. Ya con 30 cuesta. Y con 20, vamos. Y con 10 ni te cuento ya. Con un FP... Es como pasar imágenes así con el dedo, tío. Increíble.
Swordfish Captain came back today. Energy +4.
That's just,
La abrió Paimon.
give it here.
Guess that was the wrong one.
La liamos.
You
Pisándole los papeles.
Sáquenme
Lo vi todo, niña.
Latinoamérica.
Sáquenme de Latinoamérica. No te preocupes. Cuando lleguemos a 1 millón de suscriptores haré un sorteo. Viaje para salir de Latinoamérica. De una.
Look, there's even a bookmark. None of the other books have one, so she must have finished reading those already. Ooh, it's pretty dense. Well, let's take it over and read it to her.
Normal que no entiendan nada, cabeza polla.
Kokomi, is this the book you wanted?
I'm not sure, actually. Could you read a bit out loud?
De pura potra, básicamente.
Kokomi? Oh no! Tonight's the victory feast. Not to mention that the peace talks are just around the corner.
Déjala descansar, hombre.
Sure, that's a good idea. She does look pretty exhausted. Guess there's...
Avoid disaster. The war's over. Did you see?
Una siestecita, hermano.
Te cargaron los pies de Furina muy rápido.
Did I fall asleep? Yep, you've been out for ages. It's nearly time for the feast.
I can't believe it got so late. I haven't slept that peacefully in so long. That's gotta be 3 whole energy points right there. Should be enough to see me through the peace. Thank you.
Va calculando los puntos de energía, hermano.
It's
What
nearly
the
time to
fuck.
light the bonfire.
Esa es buena,
Woohoo! Kokomi's back to full energy.
Me cae bien. Me ha gustado eso, la verdad. 48, hermano. Rango 48. Mamma mía. Casi 50 ya toque. Casi 50 ya. ¡Ojo, Fiestuki, loco! ¡Vamos! ¿La musiquita qué? Falta musiquita por aquí, ¿no? ¿O qué? Que el sonido de la hoguera me
It
gusta,
looks
pero...
like everything's in place for the feast. But I still need to give a quick speech before the festivities begin.
Oh, how much energy will that take? Do you think you've got enough?
Don't worry.
Yo aún no he ascendido el nivel del mundo.
I recovered more quickly than usual.
Mira, yo lo que hice fue subí de rango 45 y ahora ya estoy por el 48 ahora mismo, pero lo que hice fue bajarle el nivel del mundo, básicamente. O sea, creo que ahora conseguí el nivel 6, si no recuerdo mal, y yo lo bajé al 5 y otra vez donde estaba y lo he dejado en el 5. Yo igualmente voy subiendo de nivel, ¿sabes? Así consigo las recompensas. Pero mi nivel de mundo sigue siendo el mismo, porque paso de que los enemigos de los cofres me cuesten 1000 años, ¿sabes?
Necesito a Furina.
Tal cual. Y ya... Y al Kazuha.
Welcome, everyone. Today is the day that we celebrate our
20
victory.
días, hermano, 20 días. Uf, 20 días, tío. En 20 días está el banner de Kazuha ya. Y le tiraré. Hostia, hay que ahorrar,
Recently, our war with the Shogun's army came to an end, and we finally saw the
Qué planito
abolition
más
of the
guapo, ¿no?
Vision Hunt Decree.
Con el fueguito detrás siempre queda bien, Fueguito detrás siempre queda bien.
None of us can know what the Inazuma of the future will look like. But tomorrow, I meet with the Tenryou Commission for peace talks. I give you my word that I will strive for peace for Watatsumi Island once and for all.
No. Como me toquen a Kiki, la vamos a cagar aquí, chaval.
Thank you all
Me
for
voy a
your
cagar en
valiant
su
efforts
madre.
throughout. Truly, it is only through those efforts that we have been able to prevail in this trying war.
Solo he conseguido... Bueno, solo he tirado una vez al banner de este y lo he ganado. O sea, que literalmente he ganado todos los 50-50. Solo ha habido uno y lo he ganado. Así que he ganado todos mis 50-50.
This feast is held in honor
La
of
racha tiene que
each and
seguir así.
every one of you gathered here today. I hope all of you get to relax and
¡Ole! Fistuki.
Tonight seems to have gone off with
Menos uno protogema.
Menos uno en protogema.
people
No,
tend
de
to be
luego.
more open when they're in a good mood. Could I ask you to go around and see what information you can gather? I still have no further leads regarding the issue of potential collusion between the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui, and I'm concerned that something might happen at tomorrow's peace talks.
Okay, still ask around.
Vamos a darle, a ver. Oh, pianito, bueno.
Cuando tires por Furina.
What the fuck. Furina vendrá. No está oficialmente confirmado, pero los leaks en teoría dicen que van a venir dentro de...
Espera.
O sea... Espérame. Ah, bueno, yo te esperaré. Cuando haga directo. Mira, ahora está el de Chiori, que no sé si lo has probado ya, no, porque te está cargando. No, todavía no lo has probado. Yo lo he probado antes. Creo que ha sido el directo anterior, sí. Lo he separado de este. Y me ha gustado mucho, Está muy divertida. Y el hito este también me ha gustado un montón. Son parecidos, la verdad. O sea, son del mismo elemento y el gameplay es un poco similar, pero son diferentes al mismo tiempo. Están guapos, la verdad. Pero bueno, después de este banner, en 20 días, viene aquí el nebulete y el Kazuha aquí. Y ahí le daré el Kazuha. El nebulete me lo saltaré. Y después vendrá la 4.6 y meterán a la Arlequino, a la personaje nuevo ese de fuego y tal. Que dicen que es como una Jutao 2.0, pues esa vendrá. Y en teoría no sé si vendrá por aquí Linnea tal vez. Y después, 20 días después de ese banner... 20 días después de ese banner del Arlequino, entonces vendrá Furina, o sea... Ahora después de este el Kazuha, luego habrá otro de espera. Si es que no le tiro Arlequino, porque a lo mejor me gusta y le tiro también. Por eso necesito protogemas.
Agujero.
Como el Arlequino me mole, tío... Agujero, sí. Como el Arlequino me guste, la meto por el agujero también. Entonces las protogemas van a temblar. Mamma mía. Pero bueno. Un bailecito gaming. Para darnos suerte en las tiradas. ¡Ole! Porque ya básicamente este es el único banner de espera. Los demás se viene Kazuha, luego el Arlequino veremos si le tiro o no. Que a lo mejor le tiro, a lo mejor no, dependiendo si me gusta mucho o no. Y luego vendrá la Furina, que también hay que tirarle. Y luego si viene el Growth Slay también. El boxeador lobo, que me mola un montón también. De crío. Pua. Madre mía. Se vienen unos banners, chaval. Que no voy a conseguir ni la mitad, seguro. Y me cagaré en todo. Tengo que conseguir todas las protogemas que pueda, tío, este mes.
Well, the biggest thing for us is that we can finally get back out on the ocean to fish. During the hostilities, the open sea was
Vendo un
full of
riñón de
warships.
Kazuha.
We just had to make do with what little fish
Eso,
and shrimp
que
we
el
could get
tío
our
ese con
hands
uno va
on
sobrado.
closer to shore.
Ese con uno... Con el de la derecha, para hacer tornados así para la derecha. De la izquierda no le hace falta. Con que haga para una dirección, suficiente.
When the catch wasn't good, we'd all go hungry. Oh, the poor kids were crying all day and night, but there was just nothing I could do. We'd go to bed ravenous and be tossing and turning all night long, trying to keep it together until the morning. I hear you're captain of Swordfish too, is that right? Well, thank you for your service. Here, have a fish. It's freshly caught,
Hijo de
so it's a
puta.
bit, fishy. But it's
Toma.
fine.
Dice, tú eres el capitán pez espada, ¿no? Toma. Ten un pescado. Lo acabo de capturar. Vale.
Oh, no. We couldn't possibly.
23 horas restantes, pulgar hacia arriba.
Hostia, 23 horas, cabrón. No me jodas. Verdad mierda de internet, hermano. Literalmente, a mí 10 minutos. O sea, what the fuck. No pues. Oye, tú me das el pescadito este, le meto un palo así, pam. Y a la hoguera y me lo cocino y me lo como, A gustísimo.
Ah, come on, take it. Without you, we'd probably still be going to bed hungry tonight. Her excellent...
Okay, well...
De una, parce. Y ahora aquí a cocinarlo. Pim pam. Que se me quema la niña.
This way, pretty little.
Ole. A ver. ¡Oh! Smooth.
Hey there. Care for some fruit and vegetables? Nature's remedy when you overdo the barbecue. Are you referring to the thing about the Tenryo Commission and the Fatui? I've heard rumors, but nothing too deep. It's funny you should say that the soldiers seem excitable, though. I've had the same feeling. See that guy over there?
Está todo picado, ¿no? Con la lanza.
He's been acting strange these days.
Te veo en 144p.
No me jodas. ¿En serio, hermano? What the fuck? ¿Tan mala calidad me ves? Joder, cabrón. A ver, yo me compruebo aquí desde el móvil. Y literalmente me puedo poner en 4K 60 FPS, tío. Literalmente. Me veo en 4K 60 FPS.
Sí, pulgar hacia arriba.
Joder, tío. En 144, hermano. Madre mía.
It's a miracle the fighting has finally come to... Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have much information. If you still have questions, you may as well go and talk to him.
Sounds promising. Let's go see what that guy's deal is.
Vaya mierda de internet, hermano. En fin. ya lo solucionaremos. A ver qué se cuenta el pescado este. Todo picado con la lanza, hermano.
Me tiene que cargar.
Guy smells of booze.
Hombre, cargar tiene que cargar. Si entra, por muy lento que entre, la botella se llena de agua. Aunque vaya a gotas. Otro, que sí, que soy el capitán pez espada. ¿Quién es?
You actually came back. I thought you'd abandoned the platoon and made a run for it.
El mismo.
We would never run from a fight.
Me puedo cambiar el nombre, ¿verdad? Voy a ponerme capitán pez espada, tío.
That's so. All anyone talks about these days is to remember what the most important thing is to the You got that right. So I'm gonna put you to the test. Time to see if you truly are a bona fide resistance warrior.
Se cree que me va a pegar una paliza, ¿vale?
But only...
Madre.
This guy. What do you think?
¿Este qué es? Inosuke. Inosuke de palo, tío. En unos segundos de ser...
Me barre lento, ayuda.
No mames, güey. A lo mejor por eso se te buguea o qué. Hostia, mira. Me hacen pelear con el viajero, tío. Dios, vaya hostia, hermano. Epa. Venga, bobo. Pa' casa. Tía, pega mucho el cabrón, Venga, venga. Pa' casa. Está guapo, en verdad. Si se le pudiera cambiar los elementos así en medio del combate estaría guapísimo, tío. No tener que ir a una puta estota para cambiártelo, es que no tiene sentido.
You really do have a warrior's will. Then maybe you can understand us.
Yo qué sé, a lo mejor quitarle la ulti y con un botón cambiarle todos los elementos para tener un montón de elementales.
Captain,
para compensar un poco. Estaría bien.
Will you join us?
What?
We made it up. The story about the Tenryo Commission colluding with the Fatui.
What the fuck?
What? Poor Kokomi's been worried sick. You're telling us you made the whole thing up? What the heck were you thinking? This could send you right back into war with the Tenryo Commission.
Yes, that's exactly what we're... Peace talks? Everyone's been drawn in by the idea. That was to stop the Tenryo Commission and what's to stop the Raiden Shogun from issuing another Vision Hunt decree.
Te lo compro.
We are the resistance.
Pobre Furina,
Everything
tío.
hinges on our warrior's will. We can't trust the Tenryo Commission or the Raiden Shogun.
Hermano, este se está ganando una colleja. Pero un collejón bien grande. En pocas palabras, solo quiere luchar. Le voy a meter un collejón al cabrón este.
Are you seriously willing to make up a wild rumor and ruin
se murió.
everyone's worked so hard for? All because of some
Don't take that tone with me, acting like you're above all of this. For the sake of victory, we embody the warrior's will to the fullest. You understand? We were all in. Now you'd have me just put down my weapon and start living like an ordinary person. But how can I? How can I when When every time I close my eyes, I see the faces of the friends we lost in battle. Every time I see them there in my mind's eye, it reminds me that I can never forgive the Tenryo Commission and never forgive the Vision Hunt Decree. I guess you're not one of us. Well, whatever. Go ahead and tell Sango Nomiya if you want.
Too late? What Darn. What are we gonna do? This is really serious.
Hermano, te parto la madre, cabrón. No le puedo dar la mente a nadie, tío. Solo en Sumero y para adelante.
Congratulations.
Niña, que no la has liado.
Ahora 50 horas.
Joder, tío. Pues nada, ya 50 horas son 2 días, cabrón. 2 días. Hostia.
So, we found out a few things. The whole thing about the Tenryo Commission colluding with they wanted the peace talks to break down so that they could carry on fighting the war.
I see.
Ahora más 99.
Don't worry.
Soldado,
This is my
no te
fault.
preocupes. Todo saldrá
Only
bien.
I'd perceived what they were feeling earlier, it never would have come to this. I think I understand what Kozen means when he says it's too late. The talks don't begin until tomorrow, but both sides have already sent their guards to the location. They are responsible for making sure the area is safe and secure. I highly suspect
Internet en
one of
ascendencia.
Kozen's pro-war co-conspirators will have infiltrated the guards with an intent
Ascendencia,
to
bien.
reignite hostilities tomorrow during...
Well, that's no good.
Más 99.
Over there now and switch out the guards?
Si fueran deseos.
That won't work. Firstly, the act of bringing a new team of guards to a neutral negotiation site will put both sides on... It would almost certainly push the pro-war faction into taking action. Not to mention that we have no idea how many of Watatsumi Island's soldiers are involved in this plot.
Mis protos.
If we change this, sounds like a really tricky situation.
Don't let it worry you. What's done is done. These soldiers crossed the line, but the blame is not theirs alone. Whatever happens, let's meet here again tomorrow.
Vaya. Hay una cosa que no he hecho todavía. Y es... reclamar mis ricas protogemas. 600 protogemas, loco. De regalito. Lo que equivalen a... más o menos casi 4 deseos. No está mal. Comunidad. ¿Esto qué es? Escanea el código para ver las herramientas oficiales. Oh, a ver. Qué guapo. Un momento. ¿Qué es esto?
No quiero perder mis protos.
Ah, esto no sale en el directo, ok. Estoy aquí canjeando no sé qué putas. Pollo Lab. No sé qué. Pues no entiendo la verdad. Pero bueno, da igual. Y esto de aquí. El resumen del evento, ¿no? Básicamente. Vale. Pues bueno. A las 10 del día siguiente. Vamos a esperar, venga. No será este, ¿verdad? Lo dudo. Ya. Al siguiente, ok.
Aún dice más 99, perderé mis protos.
Hermano. No te va a dar tiempo a reclamar las 600 protogemas, tío. Se te va.
Well, the peace talks are upon us.
Uf.
Here. These are some directives I wrote last night. These negotiations are complex, to be sure. But I thought about it carefully and realized there are no more than 187 possible outcomes.
Sinceramente, Kokomi, competencia de Nilou, Todo hay que decirlo.
I took the liberty of
Ahora 22.
¡Ojo!
you will be
Va
able to
mejorando.
adapt with speed, no matter how the events play out.
Llévate la playa al comedor un momentico o algo.
Whoa, this is huge! Let's see. Fierce dispute, violent escalation, armed revolt, coordinated attack, seize hostages. Wow,
Joder.
there's so many! But you've thought of a solution to each one! Paimon suddenly feels
Glad to hear it. These peace talks are quite exceptional. It is a major step forward both for Watatsumi Island and the Shogunate. But any amount of dissatisfaction within our ranks weakens our negotiating position. We will have to work all the harder if we want these talks to be a success. As the Divine Priestess of Watatsumi Island, this responsibility is, of course, mine to shoulder. But would you be willing to lend me a hand? Excellent. Okay, time to head off.
Kokomi con su ulti se puede caminar sobre el agua.
Es verdad, lo vi. Pero claro, Furina lo hace con la elemental. Y la tiene siempre activa, tío, porque tiene un cooldown de 20 segundos. Y la técnica dura 30, ¿sabes? Entonces la tienes siempre activa en el campo. Y quieras o no usar una ulti para andar por el agua, pues como que no, ¿sabes? Pero bueno, es curioso también. Antes de Furina, Kokomi era la única que podía hacerlo. Luego está el Nebulete, que si te haces el Kame Kame ese que hace, también vas por ahí volando. Pero bueno. 44, uff. Tu internet como que va bajando y subiendo mucho, ¿no? ¡No! ¡Te caigas! Cabrón. Camin, por favor, deja de hacer el imbécil. Vamos, fantasmita. ¿Dónde me llevas? Odio cuando me marean tanto los fantasmitas. De verdad, Van para la izquierda, para abajo, para la derecha, para el otro lado. Es como me cae bien. Por favor. Yo, hermano. ¿Y estos pringadillos qué? Venga, hombre. Dame los huevos ya. Ah, toma por culo ya. Pa' casa.
Where do you want this stuff delivered to, boss?
Ay, que me muero. Pues bueno. Estos puzzles ya lo haré cuando me explore la isla en modo exploración. Valga la redundancia. Hostia, toma por culo. ¿Por qué no hay un teleport por aquí? En fin. Está lejos eso, Let's go. Caída libre. Ojo. Un templo ahí. Bueno, pero eso ya lo haré. Yo es que ahora tengo mi fórmula, tío. Como puedes ver, tengo todo el mapa de Inazuma con estrellas. Que son todos los electrogeóculos esos. Electroóculos. ¿Cómo se llama?
Pesan mucho.
Los pies de Furina pesan mucho, ¿no? Demasiados gigas, tío. Pues eso, tengo todos los electróculos estos, como se llamen, por ahí marcados. Por todo el mapa. Todos. De hecho, esta isla todavía no me la he visto. Hay una misión secundaria ahí esperándome para hacer una expedición a esta isla y explorarla toda. Pero bueno, ya la haré en un capítulo separado. Y está igual, tío. Todavía no la he visto. En teoría por aquí tengo entendido que hay como un hoyo o algo así que te lleva a otra parte del mapa por aquí. Tipo como la cima, básicamente. Hay como una cima ahí, todo guapo. Le tengo ganas. Pero bueno, que ya lo veremos eso en otro capítulo. Por ahora me hago las legendarias de Kokomi. luego la de Ito, y luego hay que terminarse el acto 5 de... Borren a Nilo. ¿Quién es Nilo? No sé quién es Nilo, la verdad. Anillo. What the fuck? Hola. Qué guapo. Ojo.
It's been a while, Kujo-Sara. I believe the last time we met was on the battlefield.
Yes, where you dealt my forces quite the devastating blow. But before we go any further, what are you doing here?
Tranquila, tranquila. Que venimos de buen rollo, coño.
That's right.
Historia en decadencia.
Historia en decadencia.
He experienced the war between us firsthand, and has made an enormous contribution towards securing the peace we have today. I couldn't think of a more suitable candidate.
Seems reasonable. Then let's get straight into it.
Fucking Sarah.
The first item is the maritime administration issue. During wartime, we restricted fishing rights for Watatsumi vessels in Narukami waters. We intend to remove these restrictions. But going forward, any of your vessels that fish in our waters will have to pay taxes in accordance with Narukami legislation in order to bring their catch back to Watatsumi.
Tampoco, si no, ¿con quién andas por el agua, tío?
That's fine.
El único personaje que puede andar por el agua.
Taxes, they should also be entitled to protection from the Tenryou Commission while in your waters.
O sea, la de facilidad que te da, tío. El poder caminar por el agua tan fácil con la elemental y ya está. Para la exploración. Muchas veces que tienes que nadar. Es un puto coñazo, tener que nadar. Madre mía. Y también combatir encima del agua. Que muchas veces tienes que hacer combates en el agua, tío. Es como, madre mía. Tienes que buscar ahí los huecos en las esquinas ahí para poder luchar y tal. Te facilita mucho la movilidad. Furinagot.
Accepted. Let's add that to the peace treaty.
Le tiraré al Nebulete, que es el personaje más fuerte del juego, literalmente. Pero es que su gameplay es un poco... Apretas escame y lanzar agua como una manguera, como un bombero, tío. Te pones en el modo bombero y ya está. Le quita un poco de gracia, ¿sabes?
Furina en decadencia.
The next item has to do with the movement of people and
Furina,
military authority.
Literalmente en mes y medio o 2 meses.
In the past,
A partir de
our
ahora.
people have been subjected to lengthy interrogations on arrival in Watatsumi. And the same has been true for your people on
O
arrival to
40 o
Narukami.
50 días. Bueno, 60, perdón.
Economic cooperation between our islands has suffered greatly as a consequence. Few merchants are now willing to engage in inter-island commerce.
Blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Since the war is now over, I propose that we have the Yashiro Commission appoint a business council to oversee trade between our two islands.
The problem there is that trade is a reciprocal affair. We'll need to involve merchants from both sides in this process if it is to succeed. We cannot give the Yashiro Commission full authority.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Watatsumi Island facing severe shortages of many essential goods at the moment? Having the Yashiro Commission organize everything centrally would work in your favor.
True, we're experiencing some shortages, but we will recover in due course. Between the diverse range of goods we can produce ourselves and our strong trade links with other areas, we are capable of sourcing everything we need. Not to mention that your proposal would require separate talks with the Kamisato clan. If they've yet to sanction it, I believe you are going beyond the remit of the Tenryou Commission's authority.
Let's leave that aside for now, then.
¿Y si reinicio el internet de mí?
Watatsumi Island's forces will need to come back under the jurisdiction of the Tenryou Commission.
I don't know. I don't know. Pruébalo, ingeniero. Pruébalo, a ver.
That just isn't feasible. Not in the short term, at least.
With all due respect, feasibility doesn't come into it. The Tenryou Commission alone has ultimate responsibility for Inazuma's national security. We cannot allow Watatsumi Island to be the sole exception to this rule indefinitely.
You Kujo scum! Colluding with the Fatui isn't low enough for you already. You just want to take everything away.
Ahora dice más 99.
Comrades, never trust the Kujo.
No mames, cinemática, la van a liar. La van a liar. Cago en la puta.
Number 16. No, wait. 67? Or is it 73?
Baimon, por favor, haz algo. Sé útil una vez en tu vida. Están cagadísimos, loco. ¿Qué acaba de pasar, hermano? O sea, ¿qué puede pasar? Se acaban de decir, te parto la madre, hermano. Pero al final nada, se han quedado ahí.
The last one, but hold off for the moment. Stand down, Tadakatsu. The situation has changed. Please stand by for further orders.
Nivel de señal 64%.
Ojo, no está mal, ¿eh? 64 no está mal. Ten fe, ten fe.
Madam Kujo, this is rather serious. I believe you owe Watatsumi Island an explanation.
Excuse me for a moment. Nobody makes another move until I have finished investigating. You two, here, now!
Ojo. Me mató.
Speak! Collusion with the Fatui? Is this true?
I wouldn't exactly call it collusion as such.
We were approached by a few Fatui. They mentioned a potential. At the time, I felt like we could give it a try. After all...
But we were extremely careful. We didn't agree to anything. We just said they could maybe start by heading to Watatsumi Island, and with respect, ma'am, there was no collusion. It was just a one-off conversation.
That's enough. When we return, there will be consequences. Might I remind you that this is the Fatui? Have you completely forgotten what they did to us? You should be having no interaction with them whatsoever, let alone entertaining offers of cooperation. So, what did they want out of it?
The Fatui's main forces have already left Inazuma. The few who approached us seemed like they wanted to settle a score for their boss.
Oh, her
Es
subordinates.
la señora que me la cargué,
So they're
hermano.
out for revenge.
Me la cargué.
They want to keep Inazuma in a state of turmoil. One day, I will hunt them down.
Sinceramente.
Every last
No me lo
one.
esperaba cuando murió esa.
We bear responsibility for this issue.
Pensaba que sería jugable algún día, pero no.
My sincere apologies. I have my own negligence to blame for this state of affairs. Please, grant us another chance to continue the peace talks.
But of course, Madam Kujo, I have every confidence in your ability to resolve this situation. For the time being, however, there is evidently some discord within the Tenryo Commission's ranks. I would therefore not feel comfortable releasing Watatsumi Island's forces into your
Claro,
command
tío.
at this time.
Llévala para allá.
It seems that I must
Aunque sepa
acquiesce.
descargarlo, ¿sabes?
I will lay this issue aside for now. But we shall revisit it as soon as the Tenryo Commission has resolved our internal issues. As for the trade issues we raised, I will discuss options with the Yashiro Commission and make sure both sides have ample...
Seems like Kujo-Sara's on the defensive now. These negotiations...
Vale, pues.
I never knew the grand strategist of Watatsumi Island. I hope
Afirma
that when we
papeles.
meet again, we can continue these sit-down discussions. Settling our differences on the battlefield is rather I think we can leave things there for today. Once I get back, I will conduct a thorough investigation into the Tenryo Commission's...
I should
Lo
inform
que pasa es que si llevo la Play llevo también la tele porque estás conectado con los cablecitos esos de colores.
contact with your people in the hope
Ah,
of
claro.
procuring some assistance.
Espérate, la Play 4 tenía esos cables, que va, ¿no? Juraría que la Play 4 tenía un HDMI de esos únicos, ¿no? plan, el de ahora, el típico, vamos. Eso de colorines ya se quedó como un poco atrás, ¿o qué?
I recommend you say and do nothing on the matter for the time being, lest you tip them off and they disappear.
I will bear this in mind. I shall take my leave now.
Your Excellency,
Let's discuss it after we get back.
No me toques el coño. Let's go. We.
Your Excellency, you knew?
I have already been informed on the reasons for your actions. You believe the Tenryou Commission to be untrustworthy and sought to sabotage the peace talks and reignite the war. Fortunately,
Ahora que reinicié el internet va mucho más rápido.
Toma.
this
Ese era el
was purely
truquillo.
incidental, and the end certainly did not justify your means.
Darle un reinicie bueno.
But Your Excellency, so many comrades have sacrificed themselves in the line of duty. If we stop now,
Ahora ya me podrás ver a mí y a Kokomi en HD, güey.
I want to keep fighting. I want ultimate victory, even if it means I have to pay the ultimate price.
Cállate ya, hombre.
I understand your
Vete pa' casa.
sentiments, but you cannot simply impose your will and expect others to bear the consequences. During the war, there were highs and there were lows, and in the end, there was a glorious victory. For you, perhaps
2
the
horas.
experience was
Bueno,
one
a
of
ver.
great excitement.
Es una gran mejora, la verdad. De 50 o de más de 99 a 2, bien está.
But you saw nothing of the countless others who will remember the war quite differently. Most people suffered terribly through each. Watatsumi Island's people yearn for peace because they have long since given all they had to the war effort. They are tired of treading water.
Ahora
And
21.
don't need you dragging them back underneath once again.
But...
I understand, I do. And the fault is not yours alone. It was largely an oversight on my part. I taught you to nurture a warrior's will. But
It's not your fault, Your Excellency. It was ours. Our selfishness.
Anya.
Anya.
Either way, we are ready to accept sentencing under martial law.
very well. Then I hereby declare...
Te veo en 0 peniques.
Joder, chaval.
that as of today, I am founding a new secret corps of
Cara
the
con lengua de dinero, cara con lengua de dinero.
for keeping Watatsumi Island safe and secure, neutralizing any and all threats to the peace of our island.
Hola, soy un pixel.
You and your comrades will all be welcome to join, but be warned.
Literalmente soy un pixel.
grueling. Perseverance and grit will be in high demand.
Your Excellency, what are you...
I have concluded from today's peace talks that the Kujo clan cannot achieve absolute peace and stability in the near future. Many seek peace, but there are still those who pursue war. It is right that Watatsumi Island moves towards peace, but we must still retain a defensive capacity. Those whose warrior's will is alive and well, I invite you to embark on the most challenging training regimen of your lives.
Toma.
I don't want to hear from any of you again
Entrenamiento
until
pilar.
all of you can take
Se
on
viene.
2 shogunate samurai at a time.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
All right, dismissed. Go and report to General Goro.
Vaya cuernos
And
me
remember,
trae, ¿no?
there can be no more insubordination. And if there is, there will be no more leniency from me, whatever reasons you may have.
Yes, ma'am. From now on, we will focus on our training. Thank you for this opportunity, Your Excellency. We'll report to
Y si mató a Furina y robó sus riñones y sus pulmones.
I think that's finally everything
Inténtalo,
in
güey.
hand.
Inténtalo.
I can feel my energy levels starting to drop. Meet you back at the hideout
Pero
for
cuando
some
te
rest.
venga el nebulete, sal corriendo.
las 9.
9 horas. Joder, has pasado de 2 a 9, ¿eh? Esto es un poco irregular, ¿eh? De 20 a 50, 90, 2, 9... Un poco así, asá, ¿eh? Me ves como un píxel. Con suerte ahora me ves como los píxeles.
Peace has been restored on Watatsumi Island. Recovering. Slowly, but surely. I should be raring to go before too long. Today was a reminder that I don't
Ya la maté, ahora qué hago.
with lots of people.
Ahora
But I still
la
get
cortas en
nervous when
5
more than a
trozos
handful of people are
y me la
involved.
envías. Me la envías a casa. Yo ya me encargaré de hacer negocios.
I think I might get Goro to handle the negotiations next time. Do you think so? To be honest, I'm still a long way off what's expected of a divine priestess. In the past, I was concerned only with winning the war, restoring peace, and making sure everyone could live a happy life. But I realize now that wasn't going far enough. People have all kinds of aspirations. I have a long way to go. That's okay. If I can't make the journey in one giant leap, I'll just have to settle for taking it one small step at a time. In short, I've still got some maturing
Me
to
está
do.
persiguiendo nube.
Could you stay here on Watatsumi
Ayuda.
Yo, what the fuck?
to keep me company for a while longer?
Kokomi, no me pongas en esta situación, por favor. Porque te voy a decir que no. Lo siento mucho. Yo soy un alma libre. Y tengo muchas cosas que explorar ahora mismo. Demasiados sitios por explorar. Así que te me quedas esperando aquí. Ya pasaré de vez en cuando. Ya tú sabes. ¿A dónde me lleva esto? A un cofre seguro. Hostia, ¿dónde va el cabrón? Va rápido. El samurai por ahí. Ah, sonará la música. Pam, 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 param, 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 pam, param, param. ¡Epa!
Me escapé.
¿De dónde? ¿De Latam? Hostia. No me jodas, tío. No me jodas. Tengo que activar esto. ¿Ya está? Y sí, bro.
Good things come to those who wait.
Puzzlecito fácil.
De la cárcel de Fontaine.
Ah, vale. Yepa. Qué bonita isla, hermano. ¿Dónde me llevas, bicho? ¿Dónde me llevas? Oye, me está llevando demasiado lejos, ¿no? Que normalmente están aquí al lado, tío. Este está tomado por culo. ¿Otra vez? Cabrón. Yo, what the fuck. No me lo he esperado. ¿Dónde vas? ¿Para acá?
Everyone hold hands! Rain cutter! Rain outline!
La corte se la envío.
Envía, envía. Nah, fácil, fácil. A lo mejor debería subirme el nivel de mundo, porque estoy a nivel 5. Me lo podría subir al 6, ¿sabes? Pero no sé. Nada, en verdad voy bien, porque si no costaría demasiado, tío. Ups. Vale, da igual. ¿Dónde está? Mierda. ¡Lo perdí! ¡Oh! No es ese, ¿verdad? ¿O sí? Mierda, a lo mejor no es ese. Mierda. Bueno, no me queda otra. ¿Ves? A esto me refiero, tío. ¡No! What the fuck? ¿Dónde se fue? ¿Dónde fue?
Pero peniques.
OP, ahí está. ¿Pero dónde vas? Arma de cántaro. Joder, hermano. Epa, aquí hay una. Hostia. Lo tengo. Madre mía. Hay otro. Let's go. Pa' casa. A ver. Mamá huevo. Ala, venga. ¿Tú qué? Toma. A mamarla, venga. Catapum. Y pa' casa. Ulti. Otra vez. Paga, paga, paga. Nah, nah, nah. Fácil, 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 fácil. Boom. Ja. Chaval.
Good things come to those who wait.
Y cuando tenga el Kazuha en 20 días. ¡Oh! Madre mía. Todo va a ser mucho mejor. Yo, si te soy sincero, no sé qué le tienen en contra a 20 todo el mundo, tío. Todo el mundo lo veo por internet ahí criticando al 20, diciendo cosas malas de él y haciendo memes malos, tío. Es como, tío, ¿qué pasa con el 20? O sea, ¿qué le pasa? De momento no lo he visto nada en contra, la verdad. A ver. Este para acá.
Mató a Kazuha.
No, a Kazuha tampoco, tío, que... Hostia, mira el pulecito, tío. Este mueve ese también. ¿Y este mueve los dos? Sí. Y este de aquí solo moverá a ese. Claro. Y este mueve a este. ¿Y este mueve a este? Efectivamente. Vale. Hermano, me jodes el juego, básicamente. Me joderías el juego. Este lo tengo para acá, este para acá. Estos los tengo iguales, ok.
Voy a venir y activar el modo mala suerte.
Buah, puto amo, loco.
Where do you want this stuff delivered to, boss?
Puzzlecito fácil, chaval. Puzzlecito fácil. Me está llevando por todo el mapa, literalmente. Ya puede ser un cofre lujoso o algo, porque vaya.
Congratulations!
¿Dónde está? Me cago en la hostia. Cabroncete se fue. Se me escapó. Pues nada. Se me escapó. Ya la perdí, ya lo encontraré. A tomar por culo. Y va. Pues ya estaría. Ahora sí que puedo hacer esta. Ahora te quito. Pues vámonos. Y esa pues en el siguiente directo, básicamente. Son las 9. Voy a chapar directo para cenar, básicamente. Voy a cenar y después vuelvo. En 30 minutos, 40, una horita como mucho. Y ya estaría. O sea, en 30, media hora, una hora, vuelvo a encender directo. Para hacer la de Arataki Ito. Sí, haremos la de Ito. Y ya mañana terminaremos Sumeru. Y luego, pues si da tiempo, también haremos el intermedio 2. Así que nada. Nahida y quien sea más que esté por ahí, ya nos veremos en un ratico. Bye,